Miller to the wide open Tubid. Yes! It's a 3.
And it's a nice adjustment there on the part of Coach John Chico. That post-up game hasn't worked lately, especially for Daniels. What they did, a little screen roll, and Willie Miller making the correct decision once he got the double team from the opponent.
Miller with his second foul.
The coaches love that. You know, you set up a play, you're trying to stop the bleeding, and your players are able to execute. That's what Barangay Ginebra is able to do.
Yes. Tenorio, Simpson asking for it, but Tenorio decided against it. Mali ang, the shot clock is a problem. Mali ang pag-ikot ni Simpson kasi against the seal inside eh. He was asking for the pass, but LA had no target. Tubid off now to Miller. We're down to 4 and 44. 2-point Alaska lead. We go back to the post game. The hook pass. Where's the shot coming from? No, Tubid was on the baseline.
Well, actually, Willie Miller was asking Daniels to come up to him and play some screen roll, but then Daniels wanted to post up. Turnover again for Barangay Ginebra. They've lapsed into a lot of turnovers lately.
And back botched plays in terms of the offense and some shots that wouldn't just go in. Simpson, drops to the deck but picks himself up quickly. A 22-point game matching now Tenorio's output. Miller thought about it. It's a drop inside. Over to Hatfield.
Except that play, similar to what they called coming out of the timeout. This is something that worked. You know what they always say? Just keep on doing it until it's solved. Right there, Alaska hasn't solved it. Last 2 plays, let's see if Barangay Ginebra is going to keep on going to it.
Exactly. 2-point affair. Simpson partially open, tough angle to work with, and a chance now for Barangay Ginebra to tie this all up. Miller tied up, and it's over to Tim Cohen.
So Willie Miller got himself in a bad situation there because he went a little bit too deep in the paint.
Oh, yes, too deep, huh? And Alaska's managed to survive several serious threats by Ginebra to tie up this volume, at least 3.
And Barangay Ginebra actually helping them with those 2 turnovers in their last 4 possessions.
Yes. De La Cruz holds it aloft. And Simpson starting to work with 6 seconds of the shot clock. Baguio, quick release. Yes, huge shot.
You're right, Zeb. That's a huge shot because they have been unable to make that outside shot. Cyrus Baguio comes alive, gives them that 3-point shot now.
Look at the numbers posted by their leading scorers. 22 points apiece for Simpson and Tenorio. 21 for Baguio. Nice move by Menk. He'll visit the free throw line for a pair.
But it's going to be a tougher matchup right now for Menk because it's going to be Simpson that's guarding him. But then he was able to get that foul. Little up and under, using the aggressiveness of a shot blocker to get to the free throw line.
Now, Ginebra looking for a leader here in terms of the production here in the fourth. How do you win these tough games? Make your free throws and make the big defensive plays, of course. Checking out now a power move brought to you by Derby Age Premium Formula. Dito pa na sa Limado, and of course starring the major.
Right now, this is going to be the problem for the Alaska Aces because Rudy Hatfield goes out, tapos binalik si Daniel. So right now, Ginebra plays two big players that can post up. Joe DeVance is going to be forced to be at a mismatch at the post, defending one of those guys.
Here's DeVance and company. Tenorio attacking against Helkebrand as the shot clock comes down to 4. Tenorio lets it fly. Big shots being made by the battery of Alaska. And Tenorio pumping his chest He now leads Alaska in scoring with 25 points. And we have a 30.
And you know, Seth, Barangay Ginebra played excellent defense all the way in that play. LA Tinoya just came up with something defense of JJ.
That's so well said. As this 30-second timeout is brought to you by Handy Fix. Ang first aid ng bahay mo, bonds all, seals all. And these Ginebra players are looking at the big scoreboard here at Araneta, which is right in the middle of the Coliseum. It says 2:14 and a 6-point lead by Alaska. The huge shots of both Tenorio and Baguio giving the difference, increasing the gap.
You know, those shots, 3-point shots, that really spelling the difference in this game. The 3-point shooting of Alaska.
And this has helped as well. A full slam dunk. This is actually the second for Simpson in the evening. Again, earlier today, the McDerby Ace needed 5 extra minutes to get rid of a very pesky rain or shine team, 105 to 100. Means one thing. We'll get Dr. J back. We'll get
it looks like LA
Richard will be back.
Okay. Looks like LA is hurt once again. You see him hobbling down the court.
Iba yung hakbang niya. Tapos yung wala yung bola, yung pivot niya. Pivot iwas sakit eh. Miller. And Simpson has come up with some huge rebounds here. And Alaska into the last 2 minutes, leading 90 to 84. Looks like a 30 will be taken by Tim Con here.
He wants to make sure. He knows this is a big possession. This is a must stop for Barangay Ginebra. Ginebra has to make sure that Alaska doesn't score here. Plus, he also wants to make sure that he gets players that are healthy on the floor. Looks like LA Tenorio is on that bench and will be replaced by Brandon Cablay.
As we take on this 30-second timeout, brought to you by Handy Fix and first aid ng bahay mo, Monzol seals all. Mukhang the color scheme for Alaska tonight is brown.
Alright.
Let's listen.
Brandon. Alright. Okay. Screen. Look for Diamond right here in the block. Alright. Joe, screen down. Cyrus coming out. Now, if we can't get to either Joe, you got to come back hard to the ball. You get it. Look down inside. Tony, you got the ball out of bounds.
Something familiar as Simcon likes Tony De La Cruz inbounding the ball. Tenorio is given a rest, as you said. Cablay's in. De La Cruz to Baguio. Hook shot. And here comes something for Ginebra.
And that's a good defensive stop. Ginebra really needed that. Now they have to put points on the board.
Too close. Too close. Too congested. And the shot clock now might be a problem, but Miller says, I'm here. Daniels couldn't get the signals. Didn't know what Miller wanted to do. Then they end up confused on that side street. 17 points by Miller.
Wasn't pretty, but they still cut the lead down to 4. And again, must stop possession for Barangay Ginebra.
You were saying? Pick and roll. Up. Almost a traveling situation there. 10 on the shot clock. 2-bit attacks. Loses control. Simpson has it. There's no whistle.
And that is a huge play courtesy of Cyrus Baguio.
It could be a long evening for Barangay Ginebra.
You know, Willie Miller set up his import very well in that play. Daniels just didn't know what to do around the basket. And then it just went progressively worse from that point on in that offensive set.
Tenorio Baguio. Simpson demands, well, the usual starting unit for Alaska up against Ginebra with 16. In the meantime, here's Baguio. Here's Daniels. 2 big. Counterbrand will go straight to the hole, but over